I go by the name of Sion 919. I'm excited about today's show because we got a talented artist in the building. She does a lot. I'm gonna let her say it for herself. So without any further ado, let's welcome her to the stage. She goes by the name of Vanessa Jodie. How you feeling today?
I'm wonderful. Thank you. Hey,
All right.
everyone.
What's up? That's what's up. It's good to have you up here. For the people that may not know, let's let them know a little bit about yourself.
All right. Well, I'm out here in Atlanta. I've been doing music for about going on 3 years now. I'm an R&B and pop artist.
I'm being pop.
But I'll throw in like a little hip hop every now and then. Other than that, I mean, I enjoy what I do. I do have a new single that's out, Shake It Up.
Shake it up.
So that's my baby right now. So if you haven't heard it, definitely hear it.
Okay.
Most of my music, I try for it to be fun, like not, because a lot of times people like think R&B artists, they think, oh, this is like a breakup song, or they want to hurt somebody or something like that. They going
Right.
through something. But my music, I try to do the complete opposite. Like I just want people to have a good time, like touch my body. It's about, that's kind of like a man appreciation song.
Right.
So it's one of those things that you can really have a good time, with your significant other, be romantic. Roly Poly, of course, that's another one of my singles. You
Right.
can really have fun with that, shaking it up, Roly Poly or whatever. And then Shake It Up. Yeah, I know I have this thing now. I'm moving my body in all my songs.
All right.
Which is funny because when I record, I'm always like moving too. So
It's
I just want to
natural.
bring that energy to everybody else when they listen to my music.
Well, I definitely understand. So shake it up out now on all platforms. Let's take it back to the very beginning though. How did you first get influenced with music and how did you fall in love with art?
Well, I started with piano when I was about 6 years old, and I did piano for about 7 years.
Right.
And I was doing like recitals and stuff like that. So, with doing piano, it really helped me with understanding the notes. And so, I started wanting to write sheet music.
Wow.
So, from sheet music, then I started, okay, well, I'm going to start putting words to it. And some of the words would turn into poems. And from then on, I started writing. So I didn't really think to take it anywhere. It was just something I enjoyed to do.
Right.
Just be in my room, after school and just start writing. But when I turned about, I want to say 16 or 17, I went to a recording studio for the first time. And I
Okay.
recorded a song called Leave You.
Leave you.
So that was my first recorded song. Um, and Leave You was a breakup song for what I was going through at the time.
Right. And that kind of
And
inspired.
yeah, that's when I wrote that song and I held on to that song, you know what I'm saying? But then I got into the relationship that I was in and did the family thing. So now fast forward to about what, let me think, 6 years after
Right.
is when I felt like there was something missing in my life because I was just doing the same thing every day. Like I was just going to work, coming home, going to work, coming home. I'm like, man, I feel like I need to be on a stage somewhere. I feel like I need to be a star somewhere. Like.
Right.
So it's like when you feel like you're not like everybody else, you try to like tune into that channel and figure it out. And through that, I was like, let me start writing again.
Right.
So I went to the studio out in Atlanta because one of the owner for the studio, he reached out to me through social media.
Okay.
And he was like, I really love your sound. Come through. So I came through and I told him, I'm like, I'm having a dilemma because there's a song that I have that I've always held on to that I feel like I need to speed it up. I need to
Right.
make it more like today. Because a lot of my music are from like the 90s field. So
Right.
being that we're in the 2020s, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like you have to change your music to be able to cater to the audience that you want.
Right.
And so when I talked to him about this song, which was Touch My Body, I let him hear it and it was just so slow. Like it was kind of like It was kind of like a John Legend feel.
Wow. Right. Different type
And
of vibe.
right. And so we knew for my target audience that it was time to change the beat.
Gotta change it.
Yeah. And so we changed the beat of the song and made it faster. And once we did that, I went in and started recording and I just kind of flowed with it and then it just came out.
And
And
so,
then we were like, yes, this is it.
right.
You
So
know?
that's the thing. You said you have a '90s feel coming up in
Mhm.
that, making a transition from the 2000s. You said the songs was kind of slower, so you had to speed it up to cater to today's audience. So
Mhm.
how difficult was that for you? Was it easy, or was it kind of like a process to make that change?
No, it's definitely a process. Because my influences are like Monica, Tamia, like Mariah Carey, Aaliyah. So like my time and day, like new day music, I barely listen to.
Right.
Like I'm just now getting into new day. You'll hear me like, listen to Ice Spice. You'll hear me listen to well, and another thing is I'm more so like all the music I listen to now is from up top.
Okay.
Like I've always been in the up top rank. Like when it comes to the artists I listen to, like New York. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's because people from DC, we normally listen to DC music and New York music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So other than that, like it was so hard. Like I wouldn't even lie to anybody. Like trying to change the way that you always know to something that you have to change it to what you need to be. And that's a very challenging thing because like as a person that's writing their own stuff, like it's hard to sometimes channel into that creativity side.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So once you get it, like for instance, the songs that are out right now that I've done, like when I start writing it, I don't stop. Like I literally just sit there and finish the song before I move anywhere.
Right.
Like I don't start writing it, then go back, start writing it, then go back. No.
Wow.
And then I have that feel like, hey, you know what? I think this is it. This is a hit. So once I get that feel, it's like I run with it. And it works out every time. Like, I get a lot of great feedback about my music.
Wow. So I know you had said the first one that you did was Leave You, right?
Yeah.
Inspired by a breakup. How is that process like? What's going through your mind while you're recording this song? It's your first time. So now going from singing is a difference between being in the studio. What was that process like? Walk the people through that.
So with Leave You, I'm not gonna lie. Like if you listen to it, I actually was crying in that song. People didn't catch it
Wow.
because it was like I couldn't tell that person that I didn't want to be with them anymore. So I had to like put it in a song,
Wow.
and I don't know, it just was like I went there and I recorded it and I was like, I'm good. It was like kind of like something I was kind of like releasing from myself. Like, when you like have something captive within you and you're
Right.
just like, man, I got to get it out somehow. You know, that's how I felt about that song.
Wow. And that's the thing. So it's a real song to you. It's personal. It's a
Mm.
release. You're expressing it. You write the lyrics out. You express it. Hearing the final project back, what's going through your mind? Like, what are you thinking when you hear it all done? It's your first song. It's personal. You done released it out of you. This is your experiences. Now you had a final project. How are you feeling?
You want me to be completely honest? I was like, yo, I can't do no more breakup songs. No. So I started writing like more happier songs. So I was like, I just want to be happy. I wanted to enter into a whole different, you know, um, time in my life, chapter in my life. Leave You was not only, if you think about it like a breakup,
Right.
it's also just leaving that chapter.
Leaving that chapter. Leaving that chapter. Right there. What was the feedback you got from the record?
It's interesting because that song channeled through social media and a lot of people could relate to it, being in those type of relationships
Right.
where, it was kind of like on both ends. Like some guys reached out to me and they felt like they were in a relationship where they were the one hurting the other person.
Wow.
And then I had women that felt like, girl, I had one time I performed that song and a lady came up to me and she was like, I felt every word.
Wow. Feel every word of it. What's the most important part of the song to you? Maybe a certain favorite part, maybe four measures that stand out the most. If it had to be four that you had to pick out of all of it, what would that be
My favorite lines.
in that song?
Look, I'm getting over something.
All right.
Okay. Um um let me think.
I'm gonna just jump to it right quick. I'm gonna let you get something to drink or whatever. We're just gonna play the song right quick. All right, here we go. Mm-mm. Here we go.
If I told you that I didn't love you, if I told you that I didn't care, would you really try to hold it against me and prove that it wasn't fair? Look into my eyes, tell me if I'm lying. All the words that I'm saying to you, I remember in my mind, tell me this ain't true. The words coming out my mouth, what you gon' do? You took me out my element. You made me become who I've never been. Held me down to the ground so I couldn't stand. I couldn't believe this was the end. Now you questioning my decisions like you didn't know. You were off show, baby. That's why I let you go. I'm just letting you know. Had to leave you alone. I had to leave you alone. I'm just letting you know. Baby, I'm letting you know. I had to leave you alone. I had to leave you alone. Now you questioning my decisions like you didn't know. You were off show, baby. That's why I let you go. I'm just letting you know. Had to leave you alone. I had to leave you alone. I'm just letting you know. Baby, I'm letting you know. I had to leave you alone. Taking it slow. While I'm breaking it down to you. I lose control. Because won't be the only thing I lose. When you had me, you didn't know how to use it. When you acted bad to me, you were conceited. It's a ghost, baby.
You said this is the first song you ever done, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so hearing it back, what we were saying, when you first heard it back for the first time, what's going through your mind?
It was basically just how much I was hurting,
Right.
because you hear a lot of the stuff like, I had to leave you because you were someone, just their character was
Right.
changing, and through their character changing, it was changing me.
A lot of times we lose ourselves in relationships. So walking away from that, making a song, you say other people being inspired by the song, they're relating, saying I've
Mm-hmm.
been through something similar. What happened next? It's like I put my first song out. You say you made a transition from being a wife, the family thing. Now you're an artist.
Mm-hmm.
What's that transition like now with the first song out? What happened next?
Touch my body.
Touch My Body happened next.
Yeah.
All right. And what inspired that record and what was that process like?
If I were to have an ideal relationship, this is what I would do for my man.
Right.
And that's how that song became.
Okay. Okay.
It's like, a long day at work. He comes home from a long day at work, and you're trying to get his attention, and that's all that's about.
Right, right there, and that's another personal song right there. So
Yeah.
as you writing it, you drew the inspiration from this is the type of relationship I would want.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what was that studio recording session like?
Magical.
And you did that in Atlanta.
Yeah, I did.
All right, who engineered it and who made the beat?
NBC Studios.
NBC Studios.
Mm-hmm.
And who made the beat on that one?
So Louis too.
Louis too. Okay. Did you get to perform that song?
I have, yes.
Okay. What's your favorite part to perform on that song?
Mm, I would think. Let me think. I would say maybe. I don't know. I kind of like the beginning. I've always liked the beginning.
Right.
Because it has like a mysterious feel to it.
Right. Right. And that's the thing right there. So the record's out, you performing it. What's the response that you got from that record? Because they're kind of different. From Leave You to Now Touch My Body, it's like two different types of same genre, but it's like two different emotions you're pulling on. One from coming out of a relationship. Now it's like I got my swagger back. I'm ready to date again. Touch my body. So
Mm-hmm.
what was the response like on the second record?
I really get like everybody just kind of moving and grooving to that.
Right.
Because they're thinking about basically the same thing, like who they would want to touch their body.
Right. Right.
But it's so funny because once it's like it was like a new me really that just came out once I started writing like touch my body, roly poly, shake it up. So people always wonder like, oh, she got another side to her.
Right.
Because like when they see me, they be like, oh, she looks so innocent and da.
Right. All right. All right. So with your music, how important is it to keep your message, and like what type of message, if you could describe it, what kind of message are you trying to put in the world?
I'm trying to. It's like feel good music.
Feel good music.
Yeah. So like, I'm just in a place in my life where I feel good about myself. Right. Because I came from like a long road of like trying to figure out what good for myself meant.
Right.
Yeah,
that's the thing right there. We could dive into that real quick. The journey. Mm-hmm. Saying now, confident. I just want to feel good. I just want to enjoy myself. What was that process like? Because a lot of times people, they have to find their way. Was that your experience, or did you always have the confidence? Did you always know this is something that I wanted to do?
No, definitely didn't have the confidence. Didn't even know where I was going to start.
Right.
But kind of just, the biggest teacher is experience. So just kind of going as I could and figuring it out along the way. But music really took me back, because I've had, a substantial amount of fun just traveling and performing. Like I performed in Miami, Delray Beach, Florida, Atlanta, of course. I performed in Baltimore, Philly, New York. I was in Brooklyn and in the Bronx.
Wow. And that's the thing. Out of those cities, which one stood out the most? Like, which shows did you enjoy the most?
The Bronx. I ain't even gonna lie. The Bronx stood out. Yeah. Their energy was on fire. It was like 1,000.
Wow. Wow.
Like, so I was opening for an artist out there.
Right.
And when we got on the stage, it was just like, it's like they were already ready for me or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then when the DJ dropped the song, they was like, oh, okay. Cause I started off with Roly Poly.
Wow.
So, they like, whoa, what's going on here? So, but I had, I did Roly Poly and Take You High. And of course I did Touch My Body. Right. And those are 3 songs I performed that night.
Okay. So let me ask, you're going to a lot of states, a lot of cities. Like, are you going through a booking agent or are you doing it yourself? Like, what's the situation like?
So the New York gigs was put together by my manager. And no, I don't have a booking agent. It's just opportunities that'll fall in my lap,
Right.
and they'll be like, "Hey, can you get Vanessa Jodie out here?" And then I'll go.
Okay. That's dope right there. And that's so you're traveling, you're performing, you're getting love in different cities. You also have a lot of heritage in your background. What's some of
Yeah.
your nationalities for the people that may not
So Liberian. Liberia is West Africa.
know? Right.
A little background of that it's the only, you know, only country that was taken from that was basically Americanized. Like
Wow.
America went and took it over. So the only language they speak is English out of all the countries in Africa.
Right. Liberia.
They don't have any other language.
Mm. Wow.
And then West Indian and then Jamaican from my grandparents.
From your grandparents. Did that have any influence in the music that you like in your writing styles? Do you think some of this stuff has a inspiration for the music in your sound?
I wish. I think the only thing is, the way I look different because of all of the. No, I wish because I would surely love to do a song with Shensia, you know,
Right.
but
Yeah.
Shensia.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
So
dope. She's
I
a
would
dope
love to do one with
artist.
her. Spice, yeah, Spice. I wouldn't mind. I don't know if I could keep up with them on stage.
Ah, that's
I'm like,
that's
girl,
the
you
thing.
got it, you got it.
How important is the performance for you?
Oh, very important. Like, I don't play. Like, I've had a long journey when it comes to dancers, and it's just I be wanting my show to look certain ways, and it's
Right.
so hard sometimes being an independent artist to make that happen. But the performance piece is like the icing on the cake for me with my whole projects.
Right. So that's the icing on the cake. So I was gonna ask which part of the process that you enjoyed the most, but I'm pretty sure you just answered it with the performance. I was gonna ask, was it the writing part, was it the recording, or the performance? So that being the
No
icing,
performance. Yes.
okay, and it's the interaction with the people. You get to feel the energy, and it's like almost you get an immediate response of what they think of the reaction of the record.
Right. Exactly. Like you get to understand if it's a good song, if it's not. But I haven't been booed, so.
And that's the thing. It's like yo, and it's like you're doing what you love. So how do you balance family life, music, performing, your personal life? How do you balance it all together? How do you hold it together?
Well, my new personal life, it's all about having like supportive people around you, like people that can motivate you to be the best version of you.
Right.
And I feel like that's the key, especially in the music game.
Okay.
And also, I've been blessed being around people that are knowledgeable about the music game because a lot of independent artists get taken advantage of.
True.
And, like the other day, I was on live, not like I was watching a live, I was on it. Thank
Right.
goodness, because I had a lot to say.
Wow.
But there was an artist that was up there and he was just acting real hungry. Like, I'm going to pay anything. You name it. Da, da, da. I'm just like, I want to tell him, like, you make it hard for the rest of us.
Right.
Because artists like you, that's why we get all these crazy little DMs and stuff. Like, I've gotten crazy DMs from, like, super producers, like, that trying to take advantage of independent artists because they
Right.
feel like they're hungry.
Behind.
And I'm like, dude, I don't even care about exposing people. You know what I'm saying? I'm just
Right.
trying to make it. But it's ridiculous. Because I'm like, you guys were in our spot one time. So.
Right. And that's the
Yeah.
thing. You said a powerful thing when it comes to the scams. People being
Mhm.
anxious, people being excited. I see a lot of articles, I've seen a lot of YouTube stories where a lot
Mhm.
of times it's scam people that's using these famous people names and accounts. They're hacking
Mhm.
them and they're making the money, and it's not the artist. So, like, what are some things that you think up and coming artists should watch out for when it comes to things like that?
Let's see. Well, you should definitely. keep working. Honestly, you don't need anybody to like really come to you through the internet. You know, they have your email. They can email you. They can get your contact, talk on the phone, see them in person. You know what I'm saying? But one of the super producers, he video chatted with me like it was him.
Oh wow.
But it was just not a good experience at all.
Right.
You know, because I didn't feel like working with him was going to do anything for me.
Right.
You know, a lot of times when they're so thirsty, they want you to spend. You always got to ask those questions like, why?
Right. Right. That's the
Like,
thing.
you're supposed to be this big time person. Why are you coming at me saying, oh, this is chump change? But you're so mad about it.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. And that's the
So,
thing. A lot of times people they fake it till they make it. They live in this they're perpetrating like these big superstars. But
mm-hmm,
actually a lot of them are struggling too. So let
right.
me ask. There's a misconception out here. People think
Mm-hmm,
about the music business. It's like I have a talent. I'm just going to
yeah.
jump out here and I'm going to be famous. Like what's the reality?
No. Mm-hmm. That's not a reality. It literally takes a lot of work. Like, you would have to travel, meet people, engage with all your fans, not necessarily put a bunch of records out, but definitely have to reach the right sources.
Right.
Because nowadays labels aren't sending their A&Rs out to find talent. They're just going on the internet and looking at who's got a million.
Right.
You break a million, you're getting some calls.
Right.
You know, so I just tell artists like keep your head up, keep consistent. Don't think you got to spend a whole bunch of money to make it, because
Right.
some artists spend too much money and never make it.
And never make it. That's real right there. And that's the thing. A lot of artists they make their money from streaming. Right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Are you familiar with the streams and how they work?
Yes.
All right, so let's do this live for the people that's watching, artists, right? So
Mm-hmm.
everybody's saying break a million, right? A
Mm-hmm.
million streams would equate to how much money?
100,000
100,000 for a million streams.
dollars. Mm-hmm.
$100,000 for a million streams. And like, what platforms are these? What platforms are we talking?
Apple Music, Spotify.
Apple Music, Spotify, so like Tidal and things like that.
Title. The highest paying one is Apple though.
The highest is Apple, and
Yeah.
that's 100,000 for a million streams.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So with that, a lot of artists, it takes a budget to put out a project. You got to record it. You got to promote it. You got to market the record. You got to buy the beat. You got to do your publishing, register the song.
Mm-hmm.
How much money are artists making off of these records? So like you said, they spend a lot of money to not make it.
Right. Right.
How deep can that rabbit hole get when it comes to trying to break a record?
It can get pretty deep. It can, because it's just like running a business. Like, it's a startup company.
It's a startup
You
company.
yep, you're a startup. So you put money in at first before you see your return.
Right. So let me ask, long term, do you want to sign a major deal or do you want to stay indie?
I mean, I want to sign a major deal just so I can have the budget to work with what I need to work with. But a lot of people tell me to go independent.
Right.
And I get it, because everything you make is going to be yours. But if I have a major label, I can make money other ways. It's
Right.
not also through the label. Like, you can make money through shows, appearances, products that you want to sell. Like, it's just so many other avenues just from your name being one of the big brands at this point.
Right. Being an influencer, there's definitely a lot
Right.
of money in that. So let me ask, with the publishing and stuff like that, you had the
Mm-hmm.
table, right?
Mm-hmm.
How important is the publishing? What if they say, I give you $1 million advance,
Mm-hmm.
no publishing? I give you your publishing, 50,000 signing bonus. Which
Mm-hmm.
one is the better deal?
Neither. Neither. That was a horrible deal. Both
Right.
of them.
So a
It's
lot
either
of
publishing or not publishing 50 or no. Mm-mm.
right. So
Because they
that's
can make billions off of it.
right. That's what I was gonna say. A lot of times people hear
Mm-hmm.
a million, you're gonna give me a million that you might keep 500,000 of after taxes and stuff like that. No publishing. But at publishing, like you said, they can make hundreds of thousands, hundreds of millions of dollars off the publishing. And
Billions.
that's for years to come
Right.
a lot of times. So it's very important. That was a trick question just to see if you was on your game right there. So you definitely caught that out right there. So all right, we got Roly Poly out. What was that record inspired by?
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you a little secret. So the name came from an old cartoon back in the late '90s.
Right.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
No idea.
So it was a show on Disney Channel called Roly Poly Oly.
Roly Poly Oly. Okay. You
Yeah,
had to put the Oli Oli on it on the back for me to recognize it. But yeah, I know what you're talking about. All
right.
right. Yeah, I got children.
So I told my manager like I wanted to make a song that was like a hit for the clubs that the name has nothing to do with what you're talking about.
Right.
Like roly poly, people think something completely different, but really I'm talking about, winding, moving your lower area, you know what I'm saying, and having a
Right.
good time.
Right. And that's the thing. It's almost like a dance. So it's almost like, yo, so are you promoting it on TikTok and stuff like that? You know, a lot of challenges, a lot of songs get popping like that. Have you done that with the record?
So I have done videos on TikTok. Really, my number one leading song on TikTok that everyone else will do is Leave You. Yes, I know, surprising.
Wow. Wow. So they just
So,
leave you. So what can people expect coming in the future and for the rest of the year? What do you have planned?
well, currently right now, I'm putting together a tour to hit during the summertime. So it'll be like basically like the East Coast
Right.
that I'll be hitting. Other than that, just currently right now I'm filming a reality show.
Wow.
So we've been filming that the past couple weeks.
Okay.
And the reality show is called The Gold Life of Jodie.
Goal life for Jody.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. And
So it's about me and my music journey. It's about my boyfriend that's a club promoter out here in Atlanta,
right.
and just getting in the life of a promoter, and also what I'm going through on the music side,
Wow.
like getting ready for shows, rehearsals, studio, and then trying to balance both our lives together
That's dope right there. And when can people expect that to be done? The reality series
by May.
by me. And is it going to be on what platform is it going to be on?
So it's being pitched to Peacock and Zeus Network and VH1. So we'll keep everybody updated on that.
Wow.
But it's been a fun process so far.
That's dope right there. And that's the thing. So we're excited about that reality show. And it's definitely a real topic. You said to see the personal life. You have an artist, you have a club promoter. Y'all blending it together. Family life. How hard is that showing that side of your personal space, being an artist?
It's fun because our vibes are very similar,
Right.
and it's interesting to be able to show your personality out on film to everybody else. But yeah, it's pretty tricky.
Right.
As we get busier, sometimes it's gonna be like hit and miss. Like I might be leaving out, especially during tour time, while he's coming in, kind of thing.
Right.
But we always make sure that we support each other, whether we're gonna be distant or close by.
Right. That's important right there to have that bond. So let me ask you, we know life ain't always easy.
Hmm.
Ain't always everything don't just fall in place. So now you coming, you smiling, like, yo, I'm excited. I'm having fun again.
Hmm.
There was a time in your life where it's like, I need more. Feel like I'm just doing the same thing. I need to do something different. Two times in your life, right?
Hmm.
What were two of the moments that were like the hardest to overcome? Like two things that was like, whew, I don't even know how I made it out that you had to overcome.
Um, I would say one of my relationships.
Relationship.
Hmm.
Wow. And what would be the other one?
I would say um okay. Finding, I guess, a good videographer.
Finding a good videographer. It's very important. Videographer represents the visual for the project. So that's definitely real right there. So one was finding a videographer.
Mhm.
It's like you made it through. The other one was relationships. It's all coming together now, years later. You made it through those storms. Two of your best moments.
Two of my best moments.
Yeah.
Um, let's see. Mm, that's a tough one.
It is. It is. But it's, I mean, every day we getting blessings and stuff like that. So it's like, it just depends on how deep you want to go. You know, I'm pretty sure it's been two times you'd appreciate looking back like, wow.
Um, let's see. The four singles that I have out.
Before singles. That's a big accomplishment.
Yeah.
From beginning to now to have four songs out. That's big. What would be the second one?
Mm. Roly Poly. I have a
Roly
music
Poly.
video for that.
Roly Poly. You released the video for Roly Poly.
Nope. It will be released though next month.
Next month is coming. So Roly Poly, do you have a date for it, or just next month they could just follow you on social media and keeping a loop that way?
So it'll drop April 27th.
April 27th. All right,
Mm-hmm.
Roly Poly, Shake It Up is out right now. Is it going to be a video coming for Shake It Up as well?
Yeah, I'm excited for that one too.
Okay, okay, and that's the thing. So we got the
Because I'm making it like a whole movie.
wow, that's dope right there. So we got the reality series, we got the videos coming. It's going to be like a movie.
Mm-hmm.
What else do people need to know that we may have skipped about Vanessa Jodie and the brand?
Um, all I can say is you just got to keep watching
Got to keep
because I'm
watching.
full of surprises.
Full of surprises. They never know. And that's the thing. Like, what are some of your inspirations? Who are some of the people that inspire you?
Um, my kids.
Your kids. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Your kids. All right. What is success in your words? What's success to Vanessa Jodie?
Success is knowing that you made it to a spot where there's no need to turn back.
I don't need to turn back. Affirmations, right? What is some things you say when you look in the mirror, looking at yourself? What's some things that you tell yourself that helps you on a low day where you feeling like I can't make it?
I ain't gonna lie. I don't look in the mirror and talk to myself.
You don't look in the mirror and talk to yourself.
No.
Wow.
What I do is like, if I feel like I'm having an off day, I'll
Right.
just play some music. And it'll be like the crunkiest rap, hip hop. Like right now, I'll be listening to, Ice Spice. Like, I'll be like, okay, I'm lit.
Right.
And
Right.
that's me, you know what I'm saying? But far as looking in the mirror and all that, no, I never been into that. Like, 'cause I feel like I don't need to tell myself stuff that I already know.
Right.
I just feel like, I just gotta change the mood. Sometimes you wake up in a certain mood and it's up to you to change it.
It's up to you.
But it's like lighting a candle or playing some music or calling that best friend that you can vent to or whatever.
Right. That's the thing, and that's real right there. We control our emotions, we control our environment, our atmosphere. So, like you said,
Mm-hmm.
I don't allow myself to get in that space. It ain't looking right. Well, we ain't doing this.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, that's the thing right there. Confidence, being an artist. How did you develop confidence over the years? Was it something that was born? Was this always in you, or did you have to work on it over the years?
No, I was a shy girl. I barely talked when growing up. Like, and it's crazy because when people see me now that knew me back then, they'd be like, "Jodie, what?" You know,
Right.
even half the outfits I wear, they can't believe it.
Wow. Wow. So, what helped you to come out your shell? What type of things helped you come out your shell?
um, let me think. I guess like when I turned 18 and I was old enough to go to the club
Right.
and like people started noticing me. Like one day, one night I was at a Waffle House eating with some friends, and this guy, like, I didn't know him at all, but he came and he was just like, "Aren't you Vanessa Jodie?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then I was like, "You see, I'm eating with my friends though. Like, we could talk later." You know?
All
I'm
right.
off.
All right. So let me ask. All right. A lot of famous people. They've been in tabloids for stuff like that. You were out eating. This is a fan. I got every one of your records. You're gonna be like, yo, you see me eating? You got to go. What you gonna do then? You're famous now.
All right.
Can't even go to Walmart without. You can't even go to certain stores because they know you. What's your response in those situations when people come up to you? Aren't you Vanessa Jodie?
Yes. Would you like to pay for a photo?
Yo, that's real right there because that's the thing. That's the thing we don't think of when we get into business, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
like it requires a lot of our time, and people feel like they want every part of you, even with the reality series now. We have,
Mm-hmm.
they're seeing another side of your life. But people go beyond that. Hey, can you come over and talk to my family? They're big. Nah, I ain't trying to do all that. I'm here to get what I'm getting and I'm going. So
Right.
how do you think that will be for you once the reality show drops and then the songs begin to take off? Are you ready for that transition?
Yeah, I am actually. Like, I'm kind of ready to make a difference.
Right,
Like, I want to. Sometimes I be joking around. I'd be like, "Man, I could be an indie artist spokesperson."
right.
So I think that's gonna open a lot of doors for a lot of people once
Wow,
I, get everything rolling.
right. That's the thing right there. So you said a powerful thing, being an indie spokesperson. So for all the indie artists that may be watching this platform, what advice would you give them, or what would you say to those artists?
I would say learn the business first. Like before I got into doing music, I took 2 whole months and just read everything I could on the business.
Right,
How to put your music up there on platforms, how to get paid, how to register all your stuff, how to BMI, ASCAP, like understand the copyright, like understand all that stuff
right,
to protect yourself, protect your music, and also get paid. You
right,
know, I would say spend 2 months on that before it's just basically like a regular job. Like, you know how they have you for training at a certain job.
right.
Think about that. You're putting yourself through training musically.
Right. That's real right there. How do you want to be remembered in the game? When people speak of Vanessa Jodie, what do you want to come to mind?
That girl is a problem.
She's a problem.
Yes.
She's a problem. And that's the thing right there. For the women that's watching, what would you say to them?
Well, it depends. We talking musically. I would say keep your head up. You don't have to sit there and open your legs to get what you want in this industry.
Right,
It's just about finding the right person that's going to work with you. Um, so your respect, your dignity is a big thing. Um, I would say for women that's not in the industry and just in general, In life, we go through certain experiences that we were meant to go through. So never think that you made a wrong choice or decision, because it was the choice or decision that you need to make at the time you need to make it.
Right. That's real right there. What would you say to the young men? A lot of things going on around the world. A lot of people dying. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of violence. A lot of nastiness. What would you
Mm-hmm.
say to the brothers?
Well, I would say to the brothers that, love yourself before you love anyone else.
Love yourself before you love anyone else. That's dope right there. And that's real right there. And it's needed. Sometimes it's needed. We got to celebrate one another because the world is in a bad place right now. So, with that being said, can people look forward to a project coming, an EP, an album?
I am working on an album. I'm kind of trying to figure out what message I'm trying to relay to everyone. So that's kind of where we're at right now.
Right,
And then going forward, we'll finish up a few tracks. Um, and I have to do a little traveling, but yeah, I'm excited. I really am. I think everybody should listen to my music, and really get in a good, like even Valentine's Day, like streams was all the way up Valentine's Day. Like everybody was listening to Touch My Body.
right. And
So
that's a dope thing right there. So, any final words for the people out there? Like, if anything that I may have missed that we need to touch on, this would be the time. Any shout outs, any things you want to say to the people watching?
all I can say is thank you guys, for watching. Thank you for having me.
Appreciate you.
Um, and follow me at the real Vanessa Jodie. And yes, if you message me, I will message you back. Because I always get asked that. People be
Right.
like, well, if I hit you up on the gram, are you going to hit me back? Yeah, I'll hit you back. And then I'm going to see what you talk about. Depending on what you talk about, determines if the conversation keeps going.
Nah, I feel you on that. Feel you on
So,
that. So, two things you've learned that stand out the most in the industry.
mm, oh, I posted it today, actually.
Right.
So, just because someone wants you to work with them doesn't mean it's a benefit to you, but it's definitely a
Wow.
benefit to them.
Wow. That's definitely real right there. That's definitely real. So, Vanessa Jodie on all music platforms, right?
Correct.
Leave You out right now. That's the first single. Touch My Body, more of a feel good song. Roly Poly is for the winders and the grinders. Shake your hip, have some fun, and shake it up. Is that correct?
Correct.
All right. So again, we thank you for being on the show. People out there, y'all definitely support her music. Definitely dope artist. Definitely knowledgeable in the business. Are you looking for features and you trying to collab with any artists?
I am. I am currently looking for features, collabs. So definitely send my way. If you want to work, message me. Um, because I am focusing on that right now.
That's where it's at right there. And that's the thing. You're in Atlanta, Georgia. You said the tour is coming on the East Coast tour.
Yeah.
Okay, so if they follow Tap In, I'm pretty sure that the dates as they start to come together, they'll be on the website or on the page. So
Yeah.
again, yo, salute to you. Keep doing what you're doing. You're definitely making an impact. You're making a difference in the game. Don't ever stop and keep going. And I look forward to one day seeing you all over the Grammys and places like that. Yeah. So I know you
I
can
know
do it.
that's right. I'm
Yeah.
ready. I already got my dress.
You already got the dresses. So let's let them know the name of the reality show again.
It's the Go Life of Jody.
The Gold Life for Jody. Definitely a pleasure to have you up here. We look forward to having you back as things begin to keep evolving for you. Definitely, you're always welcome to come back and give us an update. So, how was the interview? Did you enjoy yourself? Like, what was it like for you? What was the experience?
It was amazing. You know how I use amazing a lot. Amazing, wonderful. I always use these. I'm really big on the art of language.
The art of language.
Mhm.
Wow. And that's the thing right there. So, you keep shining, keep evolving, keep doing your thing. And again, we look forward to having you. At this time, I'm going to end it with Touch My Body. So I'm gonna have you sign us off, and then you can shoot to that.